She announced, "I'm pregnant, and yes, it's yours." After we'd been apart for months, I said, "Impossible." When I showed her my vasectomy papers from 2 years ago that I'd never mentioned, the story changed instantly. Pratt 3. I didn't respond to the email, but I did hear through the grapevine what happened. Lauren confronted Garrett with receipts. Turns out he wasn't at a work conference that weekend. Lauren had already been documenting his suspicious behavior, and this was the final straw. She filed for divorce and made sure Veronica was named in the paperwork. Garrett, now facing divorce and potential child support, lawyered up immediately. He demanded a paternity test through proper legal channels. Veronica tried to resist, but couldn't. Yesterday, the results came back. Garrett is the father. Suddenly, Veronica's family went silent. No more calls, no more texts, no more showing up at my work. Patricia and Richard, who were so concerned about the baby having a father, disappeared when the actual father was identified. Melanie deleted all her posts about deadbeat men. But the best part, Garrett's lawyer sent Veronica formal paperwork regarding custody arrangements and child support. Since he's the biological father and wants to be involved, probably to reduce support payments, Veronica now has to deal with him, his lawyer, and his angry soon-to-be ex-wife for the next 18 years minimum. The same woman who called me a coward for not stepping up is now begging Garrett to give up his parental rights. He's refusing. Final update, this will be my last update because, honestly, I'm ready to put this whole chapter behind me. The fallout has been extensive. After Garrett was confirmed as the father, Lauren, his wife, went scorched earth. She didn't just file for divorce, she made sure everyone in their social circle knew exactly why. Turns out Garrett had a pattern of conference trips, and Veronica wasn't his first affair. Lauren hired a forensic accountant who found some interesting spending patterns. Let's just say Garrett's been having a very expensive few weeks. Veronica tried damage control, posted some vague inspirational quotes about new beginnings, and everything happening for a reason. But the damage was done. Our mutual friends had seen her try to manipulate me into raising another man's child. Her reputation took a massive hit. The financial reality also hit her hard. She'd been counting on me, stable job, good income, to support her and the baby. Garrett, currently going through an expensive divorce, about to pay alimony and child support. Not exactly the financial stability she was hoping for. Plus, Lauren's lawyer made sure Veronica was named in the divorce proceedings, which apparently affected her employment. She worked in PR, and this scandal didn't exactly enhance her professional reputation. Patricia reached out one last time, through a cousin of mine. Wanted me to consider forgiving Veronica, and maybe still being part of the baby's life as a family friend. A family friend. To the child she tried to fraudulently claim was mine. The audacity never ends. I declined through my many clear any further contact would result in legal action. The most satisfying part. Last week, I ran into Nadia at a grocery store. She tried to avoid me, but we ended up in the same checkout line. She muttered something about how I could have handled things better. How? I asked. By raising another man's child. By not humiliating her publicly. She humiliated herself when she tried to commit paternity fraud. The cashier's eyes went wide. Nadia left her stuff and walked out. I learned later that Veronica had to move back in with her parents. The apartment she'd gotten after our breakup was beyond her budget, without the financial help she'd been expecting from me. Patricia and Richard, who were so eager for me to man up, are now supporting their adult daughter and soon-to-be grandchild. Garrett's trying to establish his rights as a father, partly because his lawyer advised it would look better in his divorce, and partly, I suspect, to spite Veronica. She wanted a baby with a stable partner, and instead got tied to a married cheater going through a messy divorce. As for me, I'm good. Better than good, actually. My boss was impressed with how I handled the situation professionally despite the harassment at work. The whole experience, weird as it sounds, brought me closer to my mom. She's been incredibly supportive, and proud of how I stood my ground. I also started dating someone new, Jenna. Met her at a friend's barbecue last week. When the topic of kids came up, I was upfront about the vasectomy. Her response: "Thank God I'm child-free too. We're taking things slow. But it's nice being with someone who's honest from the start." Looking back, the red flags were there with Veronica: the pressure about marriage and kids, the emotional manipulation when she didn't get her way, the victim complex. The pregnancy lie was just the culmination of all that. To everyone who says I should have told her about the vasectomy earlier, you're probably right. But, you know what? Her trying to baby trap me with another man's child while knowing she'd cheated makes my non-disclosure look like a white lie in comparison. The last I heard, through our mutual social channels, Veronica was trying to work out co-parenting with Garrett while dealing with Lauren's lawyers. The baby's due in about 3 months. That child will have a father. The actual biological one. And Veronica will have to face the consequences of her choices every time she has to coordinate custody schedules with a man whose life she helped destroy. Me. I'm getting on with my life. The vasectomy that I got to prevent exactly this kind of situation did its job perfectly. Sometimes the best revenge isn't something you do. It's simply letting people face the natural consequences of their actions, while protecting yourself with the choices you made years ago. To anyone dealing with similar situations, document everything. Get a lawyer. Don't let anyone guilt you into taking responsibility for their bad decisions. And always trust your gut when something doesn't add up. Thanks for following along with this wild ride. I'm closing this chapter and moving forward. And Veronica, if you somehow find this, that vasectomy was the best 800 I ever spent.